Today on Judge Mom.
Mr. Franklin has terrorized you and your family, and you're seeking justice.
I'm suing Mr. Franklin for $2 million on behalf of my 15-year-old son, Timmy. His life is destroyed because he is drunk and he rides his scooter terrorizing everybody.
She's lying. As soon as I got into the neighborhood, this lady's been up on my case.
He started screaming. My son, Timmy, came out to protect me. Mr. Franklin ran over Timmy's foot on purpose.
When he ran over my foot, I was terrified because I knew that I would never be able to swim like I did before.
I've seen him walking around the neighborhood, so his foot is fine.
How dare you come into my courtroom drunk and degrading women?
Well, Your Honor, I have a hangover. I'm not drunk.
You're messing with the wrong woman.
Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Sandy presiding. Your Honor, this case is Santez versus Franklin.
Thank you very much, Bailiff Delgado. Ms. Santez, you're here today because you say your neighbor and the defendant in this case, Mr. Franklin, has terrorized you and your family, and you're seeking justice. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
And sir, Mr. Franklin, you say that the plaintiff has made your life a living hell and you owe her nothing. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Very well. Ms. Santez, please tell me about your claim.
Yes. I'm suing Mr. Franklin for $2 million on behalf of my 15-year-old son, Timmy. His life is destroyed because he is drunk and he rides his scooter terrorizing everybody.
She's lying. She's lying.
Sir, I don't want that scooter making a single sound during these proceedings. Understood?
Sorry, Your Honor.
Thank you, sir. Let me ask you something. Why are you sitting in a scooter?
I need it.
You need it?
Yes.
Like you have some kind of disability that you need to sit in a scooter?
I have a headache.
From?
Little bit of drinking last night.
Sir, you're coming to court. What do you mean you have a little bit of a headache from drinking last
Your
night?
Honor, just.
Do you not understand that you're in court?
Yes.
You're supposed to testify under oath.
I just knew that I was going to be with this lady for so
it.
long that I needed to drink just because I was preparing myself.
I need to get through this?
Yes.
So I'm going to try to be tolerant and let you sit in your scooter. Tell me why you're here.
From the very get-go, as soon as I got into the neighborhood, this lady's been up on my case, and I'm here to prove that this lady's a dictator, and I don't know her a darn thing.
I'm not sure about that. Ms. Santez, how did this all start?
Well, we live in a very nice neighborhood. It's calm, we have families, we all respect each other. But all of that changed, Your Honor, when he moved in 4 years ago. All he does is run around riding that scooter that he obviously doesn't need. But he's drunk, and he keeps terrorizing people.
Well, she's lying.
No, I'm not, Your Honor. I don't
I'll make that determination, Mr. Franklin.
Can I say something, Your Honor? How terrorizing do I look?
Mr. Franklin, this is not dress up in your favorite scooter day. Can you please?
This is ridiculous.
I need the scooter.
I'd like to know how he terrorized your neighborhood, how this all started, and what your claim is all about.
Yes, Your Honor. His lawn is always out of control. I have given him several citations, but he ignores it. And we have rules in the neighborhood. And I'm the president, and I know all the rules by heart.
Mr. Franklin, what do you have to say about terrorizing the neighborhood, being constantly drunk, which I'm starting to believe may be the case, because you just admitted being drunk the night before coming into court.
Okay, Your Honor. I'm going to explain. The first moment I moved into the neighborhood, she was already up on my case. Have you moved before, Your Honor?
I sure have, sir.
Was the moving truck 2 blocks away or in front of the house?
Normally, moving trucks stand in front of the house.
As soon as I moved in, this lady started screaming at me that the truck needed to be 2 blocks along the way.
No, but he
Am I supposed to carry my couches in there? Excuse me, ma'am. I'm not done. I'm not done. And from that very get-go, it's been everything downhill from there. It's because I don't fit into what the neighborhood is like. I'm a single man living in a house. Everybody has kids, and everybody has their wife, and just because I don't fit in.
I'm not surprised you don't have a wife and kids.
Ma'am,
yeah,
let's not be judgmental. I understand this is Judge Mom, but let's behave like adults. Understood?
Yes.
Can you give me examples of any specific incidents? Because you're seeking $2 million. That's a lot of money, Delgado. $2 million.
Not compared to what he's done to me, my son, and the neighborhood. I have several cases, Your Honor.
So please tell me about your cases.
So last Christmas, everybody loves to decorate their lawns. We have carols. It's really, really cute. Do you know what Mr. Franklin did as a Christmas decoration on his lawn?
No, but do tell.
drunk as usual. He covered his lawn with cutout women in Santa-themed bikinis. They were barely covering any of the private
It was very
parts.
Christmassy.
It was disgusting.
Sir.
I mean, it was so unclassy. And not only that, Your Honor, in the background, there was a recording, a blasting, and it was singing, ho, ho, ho.
Oh, how creative of you, Mr. Franklin. That's disgusting.
Everybody in the
You're a
neighborhood
male
seems to love it.
chauvinist pig. How dare you come into my courtroom drunk and degrading women?
Well, Your Honor, I have a hangover.
You
I'm not drunk.
Oh, you have a hangover. I'm
Yes.
sorry. Maybe I should scream louder so your head hurts a little more.
Oh, thank you.
I have evidence. You can see for yourself what I'm talking about.
But
Thank
everybody
you.
in the
I'm
neighborhood
going to
loved
take a
it.
look. I will judge for myself,
Okay.
Mr. Franklin.
Thank you, Your
Bailiff
Honor.
Delgado, let's take a look. Wow. Really? That's what you come up with as a
ho.
Christmas decoration? As a woman, as a mother, I can tell you I am very insulted. And I can
me
understand why
too.
the plaintiff is
Judge,
here now.
I would apologize if you did not like the display, but what right does she have to go in my property
Well, you
and
know
knock
what?
it down?
Apologize to me, because to me, it's disgusting.
Okay, I apologize.
Thank you.
But
asked
what
you
right
to
does she
take
have
it
to go
down.
into my property and knock it down? She didn't have
Did
any
you-
right to do that.
Did you walk into his property and knock down the signs?
He's also an animal hoarder. I had to actually have one of his animals removed.
She kidnapped my
What are you doing?
My cat. She was.
Sir, you are not allowed to move
This
that
is a
scooter.
very sensitive subject because she messed with my
I
animal.
understand, but you are not allowed to move that scooter.
I feel
You may
safer
want to
now.
terrorize her neighborhood. You're not terrorizing my courtroom. Did you walk into his property and knock down the signs?
Maybe I tripped over one or two.
There was a lot more than one or two there.
Well, it's possible, but
Okay.
I was so angry because he was screaming at me, and then the music, the ho, 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 was blasting in my ears, and I felt insulted. I'm a woman,
I can see
and there
that.
are so many children and young girls walking around. What are they going to think?
Why
Drunk
don't you ask
old men
about
on
the other
scooters, they
gentlemen
only
in the
like
neighborhood?
cutout
They
women.
enjoyed
We're
my
I have
just
so
here to
many
do
more
a survey of
stories,
who
Your
likes
Honor.
it and who doesn't. I told you it's wrong, it's distasteful, and it's disgusting. Move on. Next.
He's also an animal hoarder, Your Honor.
That's a lie.
No, it's not.
That's
He has
a
at
lie.
least 100 animals in his house. Cats, ghosts, critters, rodents. I don't even know what else that I haven't seen yet. So bad, Your Honor. I had to actually have one of his animals removed.
You had an animal removed?
Oh, yes, because I
Kidnapped.
gave him
Give me
citations.
one second, sir.
First of all,
Ma'am,
she kidnapped my
What are you doing?
My cat. She was.
sir, you are not allowed to move
This
that
is a very
scooter.
sensitive subject because she messed with my animal.
I understand, but you are not allowed to move that scooter. Do you need me to have Bailiff Delgado stand there? Bailiff Delgado, stand there, please, and let's ensure that this gentleman does not touch a single button on that machine.
Thank you, Your Honor. I feel
You may
safer
want to
now.
terrorize her neighborhood. You're not terrorizing my courtroom.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you, sir. Please tell me about this pet.
My cat, Mr. Winston. He's just like any other cat, was outside of the house, and that was my only animal. I don't have any other
And I'm
animals.
assuming
He's
that's your
lying.
companion because you don't have a spouse and you don't have children.
Yes, that's my child. That's my
Ma'am?
little child. And I didn't get him
Ma'am?
back
Yes, Your
because
Honor.
she
Let me
wouldn't tell
explain
me where she
something
put
to
him.
you. I have a cat that I love and adore.
Yes.
If you ever touched my cat, I would have a very big problem with you.
Yes, Your Honor, but I'm sure you don't have 100 animals living in your house.
No, but I haven't heard evidence that there's 100 animals living in his house.
I'm sure there is.
Would you know? Because you're always up in my business, smelling my trash cans, looking at how
don't
high my
smell
grass
it.
is,
You removed the cat.
knocking down my
Please,
Christmas.
Yes, Your Honor, I'm sorry. I had somebody come and take the cat for the cat's safety. The poor
Oh,
thing looked really, really horrible.
One cat.
How do you know what evidence is there this cat was unsafe?
It looked unhappy.
Oh, it looked unhappy?
She's a psychologist.
How do you know
too,
when a
besides
cat is
dependent.
unhappy? I've had a cat for 10 years. How do I know my cat's unhappy?
It's like a mother's instinct. I knew it.
But that's not for you to decide. So that's not evidence for me. So can you tell me what else you have on Mr. Franklin that you would like me to consider? Give me 1 second. Sir, are you going to stay still? Can I have my bailiff back? Because he's supposed to be protecting me, not you.
I'm not moving, Your Honor.
Thank you. You understand. You are not to move the scooter.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you, Bailiff
Just going to put
Delgado.
it back into place. That's it.
So can you tell me about anything else that has occurred? Because obviously there isn't enough from what I've heard or seen to award you $2 million.
Yes, Your Honor.
I should sue her.
This is the worst to come. 4th of July, we always have a block party. The neighbors, they gather in their driveways, they socialize, and they have adult beverages. It's a family affair. It's really, really nice. Mr. Franklin got worse and worse, and he had some rowdy friends over. They were all drunk.
There were people from the neighborhood.
No, they were not. I don't recognize any one
Sir,
of them.
I'm going to give you your chance to explain. I have a feeling you're going to have a lot of explaining
Yes,
to do.
thank you, Your Honor.
He was running around drunk. He was riding on his scooter like a crazy person. And I felt it was really unsafe because there was a lot of children around.
Lying.
Your Honor.
Sir, I will have you handcuffed. You're messing with the wrong woman.
But I mean, she's just
I'm
lying.
sure your mother raised you right, and she would be really, really disappointed with your behavior in my courtroom.
Okay.
Go ahead, Ms. Santez.
Thank you, Your Honor. As I was saying, he was riding on his scooter, totally drunk. So I approach him, nice and calm, and I ask him to please step off the scooter because it's unsafe. He looks at me and he starts screaming obscenities. He starts yelling. He's like a mad person. It was so loud and so uncomfortable that my son Timmy came out to see what all the commotion was about.
How old is your son, Timmy?
He's 15. Timmy came out to protect me. That's when it happened.
What happened?
Mr. Franklin started screaming, and then he ran him over with the scooter on
You ran
purpose.
over a 15-year-old
Yes.
with your scooter?
Yes.
She's lying.
Do you
No.
understand the legal implications of running over a minor child with a scooter while you're intoxicated? Did you feel that he was doing this intentionally?
It was no mistake. All of a sudden, he was running over my foot.
It's all a setup. They're trying to set me up.
Sir!
And I've seen him walking around the neighborhood, so his foot is fine.
If I find evidence that you purposely ran over a 15-year-old's foot, you're lucky. The only thing I would award is $2 million. Do you understand the legal implications of running over a minor child with a scooter while you're intoxicated?
If that was true, yes, but she's
Well,
lying.
she's getting really close to showing me that that's true. Ms. Santez, what happened exactly? I need detail by detail.
Yes, so he was looking at Timmy, terrifying him with his look, screaming at him, and then he ran over Timmy's foot on purpose. My poor Timmy fell to the floor, to the ground, and he started screaming out of pain. He's an athlete. He's a professional swimmer. He has his eyes on the Olympics. His life is ruined. His life is destroyed. Mr. Franklin has to pay.
Sir?
And $2 million is not enough.
If I find evidence that you purposely ran over a 15-year-old's foot, a child who has a promising career as a swimmer, and you have destroyed that, you're lucky. The only thing I would award is $2 million. But I need to see evidence.
I mean, I would like to say my side of the story, if that's okay, Your Honor.
You can tell me your side.
Thank you. I'm sitting in my house. My scooter's in my driveway. I'm sitting with neighbors. They're drinking. I'm not drinking. And I'll reiterate
That's a lie,
that
Your
I was
Honor.
Believe
not
that,
drinking.
Delgado? I don't believe that for a second.
Well, okay, let's say if I was, which I wasn't. It's July 4th. And I'm sitting in my house. But this lady did not appreciate the fact that we were having fun, and she just came up to my property and started screaming at me
So she
that the
comes
scooter
into
should
your
not be there.
property.
Yes. And you know what? I'm sick of her, and I just wanted to get away from the situation. And then all of a sudden,
So you trample a 15-year-old.
the kid just jumped in front and started screaming.
Sir.
And I've seen him walking around the neighborhood, so his foot is fine. Don't give me that I can't walk anymore. He's doing fine.
His life is ruined.
I'm done. I heard
was just
her.
trying
I
to
heard
leave.
you. Does anybody have evidence of the day that Mr. Franklin ran over Timmy's foot?
A friend of mine had a video. I handed it in to you.
Oh, so we have a video.
Yes, of course.
Okay, let's take a look.
You're a maniac. Can you all get out of my way? I can't take you people anymore. Get out of my way.
You are going to... Oh, you boy! Somebody!
Wow. I'm hearing Mr. Franklin saying, get out of the way, repeatedly. Why didn't you get out of the way, Ms. Santez? Why didn't your son Timmy get out of the way? I'm trying to figure out why on his property you're standing in front of his scooter with your son and not allowing him to get out.
Answer that.
He was a
Sir.
danger to the families in the neighborhood.
He wasn't in the neighborhood. He was on his property, and you weren't letting him get
was
out of the
drunk.
way. You were clearly blocking him and have no intention of moving. Ma'am, is Timmy here today? I want to hear from Timmy.
Yes, Your Honor, he is.
Timmy, please step into the courtroom.
Everybody hold your wallet. Delinquent's here.
Sir, I already warned you you're going to get handcuffed. It's pretty uncomfortable to have to testify when you're handcuffed.
But did you notice?
No. Butt is what you sit on. Can you please put your hands on your legs and not touch the steering wheel? Thank you. Stay in that position. Delgado, if he moves, please interrupt me. Mr. Santez.
Did you see the limp? I didn't see a limp. Did you see a limp?
Mr. Santez, can you please tell me what happened the day of the incident?
On the 4th of July, Mr. Franklin was, he was out of control. He was drunk, he was screaming, he was yelling at my mom, and when I stepped in to defend her, which I think I have a right...
Beep, 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 she's lying. Well, he's lying. I'm not touching the scooter.
Do I need to cover your mouth as well? Mr. Santez, I know this is difficult. Please look at me and don't be distracted by this child you have on the other side of the podium.
Well, when I stepped in to defend my mom, he yelled at me and gunned his scooter at my foot. He ran over me. It was terrifying.
He gunned his scooter at your foot?
Did you see how the scooter moves?
And did you
it
see,
barely moves.
Did you feel that he was doing this intentionally?
It was no mistake. I know that he was doing it intentionally.
Why didn't you move away?
It was too quick. All of a sudden, he was running over my foot.
It's all a setup. They're trying to set me up.
Sir, you need to be quiet. Out of respect.
Yes.
Thank you.
Your Honor, when he ran over my foot, I was terrified because I knew that after, I would never be able to swim like I did before.
Tell me about your swimming career, please.
Before the incident, swimming was everything to me. I would wake up every day at 5 in the morning just to get to the pool, just to be there right when it opened. All my friends are on the swimming team, and now I can't even swim with them. It was what I wanted to do with my life. It was what I wanted my career to be, and he took...
What are you missing out on in terms of opportunities? Because it seems like you had a very brilliant career ahead of you.
I mean, I dreamed of going to the Olympics. I think I could have been a professional swimmer.
Like Michael Phelps.
Michael Phelps he's one of my idols, and just to see that all taken away in one instant because of a drunk menace who has terrorized my mom, terrorized our community, and threatened her for years, and I don't know why.
Thank you, Mr. Santez. I get it. I've been listening to this case for a while now.
He was a star,
Sir?
Your Honor, a real star with a very promising future.
And I am sorry that you were going through that, and I understand as a mother how that could be devastating.
Yes.
So let me hear from you, sir. How do you feel about crushing a 15-year-old's dreams?
I have notes from all the specialists we went to see. He has damage to his ankle, his leg, his toes.
Ma'am?
You want to borrow my scooter?
I don't want to say this in front of your child, but you were lying to me.
Me lying?
You
Your
told me that
Honor.
his career was over.
Your Honor.
You are the five.
Get off my stage!
How do you feel about crushing a 15-year-old's dreams?
That would be horrible if it was true.
I'm glad we can agree on one thing, finally.
Yes. But I didn't touch him. I barely touched
You
him.
ran over my foot.
Did.
He stood in front acting like a maniac, like he usually does in the neighborhood because
I
he
was
knows he's not
defending
gonna
my mother.
He knows he's
You
not
were
going to get in
threatening my
trouble
life.
because he has the dictator on the HOA pretty much just above ruling everything. So he does whatever he wants in the neighborhood. Him
Are
and
you
his friends are a
drunk now,
bunch of
Mr.
bullies,
Franklin?
and they're just harassing all the time. That's why I call him a delinquent.
1 minute. Miss Santez, what do you... I see you're flashing something in your hand.
Yes,
what do you
Your
want to
Honor.
show me?
I have doctor notes. I have notes from all the specialists we went to see. He has damage to his ankle, his leg, his toes. His
Wow.
future is ruined.
You would think he
Dennis
would have a
Delgado,
limp.
can you please bring me a
right?
folder?
Walk around with a limp,
Sir?
at least. He's walking fine.
I think we need to breathalyze Mr. Franklin. He's obviously drunk again.
That doesn't excuse the fact that you're lying.
I don't lie.
I need a minute to review this. I need you to all be quiet. Memorial Healthcare. Timmy has incurred an ankle contusion resulting from the impact of the scooter. He has a soft tissue abrasion. He has a mild sprain, and he has contused toes.
Cut his leg off.
However, the doctor has opined that Timmy will experience a full recovery. So, Timmy, your career is not over.
We don't know that for
It
sure.
is estimated that the recovery period for his injuries is approximately 6 to 8 weeks. That makes me very happy.
But there are no
But
guarantees,
that doesn't,
Your Honor.
ma'am.
No
I am
guarantees he was
reading
gonna be
a
an Olympic
note
swimmer
from
anyways.
a doctor that I am taking into evidence that Timmy will be able to recover and that the injury is not as bad as you said it was. Thank you, Mr. Santez. I appreciate your presence in the courtroom. You're dismissed.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Can barely walk, Your Honor.
Ma'am,
You want to borrow my scooter?
I don't want to say this in front of your child, but you were lying to me.
Me lying?
You
Your
told me that
Honor.
his career was over.
Your Honor,
I've heard enough. So this is what we're going to do. And this is my verdict. In light of the medical records that I've just reviewed, I find that there is no pain and suffering. Timmy is going to make a full recovery. And you know what a contusion is? It's a bruise. He basically had a bruise. And after reviewing the video, sir, after reviewing the video, I find that you were standing in front of the scooter, blocking the scooter. Mr. Franklin asked you to please move out of the way, and you refused to get out of the way.
but he ran him over anyway.
I'm not done. I find you've invaded his property. You have no right to remove his cat. You have no right to be measuring his grass. And you have no right to be taking down the Christmas decorations, which I hope you will never in your life, Mr. Franklin, put up again. Understood?
Yes.
Perfect.
I put pictures of my cat.
I further suggest
Yes.
that you immediately check yourself into some kind of program and get your drinking under control because it's apparently a big problem for you. Understood?
Yes.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
And lastly, because I can't kick him out of your neighborhood as much as I would like to, and because I can't kick you out of the HOA as much as I would like to, this is what we're going to do. You, ma'am, and you, sir, are going to go work at the shelter. You're going to learn to work together. You will go work at the shelter together for a period of 9 months, and you
9
will...
months, Your
9
Honor.
months, and you will track down the cat.
But what about his scooter?
What about his scooter?
What about my scooter?
Bailiff
needs to be
Delgado,
taken.
please seize the scooter. This
why
court
are you
has
taking-
ruled.
Finally, some justice.
Stand up.
This
Yes.
is. I'm keeping my helmet.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Keep your
Thank you, Your Honor. Timmy, watch out.